Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I want to do yet another range test. Let me show you the plan. I am in my ID.3. It's the 58 kilowatt hours version. It's the first edition max. The plan is to drive about 46 kilometers and then estimate the range. I am charging to 100%. So why another range test of the same car that I range tested before? Because I wanted to see the range in this kind of weather conditions. So today it is windy, about 25 kilometers per hour wind, and it was raining, but now the rain has stopped for a bit. But it's raining on and off, wet roads. So I wanted to see what kind of range I would get in these sort of conditions, because this is quite a common weather condition, unfortunately. So windy, little bit of rain and wet roads. How much range would I get with this car? The route has mostly, let me show you. The route has mostly 70 kilometers per hour roads and 100 kilometers per hour roads. I charged 100%, so let's start driving. Alright, just started driving. To give you more details about the weather conditions, the temperature is fluctuating between 8 degrees to 10 degrees Celsius. And I'm using my seat heater. I'm also using my heated steering wheel, and my climate control is set to 21 degrees Celsius auto. And if you are wondering where I am in a town called Erding, and I'm driving to Landshut. Both of these towns are just on the northeast side of Munich. I'm out of Erding, the urban area, and now I'm on the country roads. The speed limit here is 100 kilometers per hour, but cannot really drive that fast because of the traffic. I'm driving at 95 kilometers per hour. Just want to give you some updates. I drove 16 kilometers so far, and my consumption is 15.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I'm still on the country roads, and actually the conditions improved a little bit. At least the roads are not wet anymore that much. It's still windy and still 9 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so now just driving through some small villages and country roads, mostly driving around 80 kilometers per hour. Yeah, I decided to change the route a little bit because it's more scenic to drive through this one, so it's a little bit longer. I drove so far, let me just exit from the roundabout. Yeah, what I was saying, I drove so far 28 kilometers, and I am at 93% state of charge. And if you recall, we started with exactly a 100% state of charge. My consumption is 14.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. It's surprisingly good given these kind of conditions. Alright, I just had to stop for this rail crossing signal. Train just passed. So the updates: 35 kilometers driven so far. The consumption is really low now, 14.4 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I'm at 91% state of charge, and I still have to drive about 15 kilometers. My average speed is quite low, actually, 54 kilometers per hour, and I'm still driving through these small villages and then country roads, then small villages, this kind of things. open country roads and the rain has disappeared completely. So when you're anticipating the rain, it is not showing up, and when you're not anticipating, it is just randomly showing up. Yeah, so that's the uncertain kind of weather we live in Bayan. Anyway, so it is still windy and it is gloomy, so sometimes wet roads. Yeah, so it's not the perfect weather conditions, but yeah, it's common to have these kind of weather conditions. So the test is valid. Anyway, I just wanted to see the actual range in different weather conditions that we get here. I guess this kind of weather conditions are also common in countries like Ireland and the UK and Sweden and all these northern countries, also Netherlands and places like that. So to some extent it is useful. Look, on the left side we have one of the BMW factories. I am in Landshut, in the main city. I drove 48 kilometers so far and I'm at 88%. My consumption at this moment is 14 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I'm at my final destination, so let me just find parking and then I will summarize. I found parking. These are the final numbers, 14 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and I arrived here with 87%. And it was total 51 kilometers, and my average speed was 48 kilometers per hour. I'm gonna use Beyond Nyland's net battery capacity for this car, and the net capacity that he found out was 55.6 kilowatt hours, and our consumption was 14.0 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. And if we divide the net capacity by this consumption, then the range is 397 kilometers, which is not bad at all. So it is almost a WLTP range. So this means that these kind of weather conditions don't really have much of an impact on the range. There you have it, 397 kilometers of range in gloomy, windy weather conditions. So thanks for watching the video and see you in the next one.